Hello everyone, Brittany Carmichael here, bringing you your Woo Woo Wednesday weekly tarot reading live here on Facebook and Instagram. So I'm joining you from both, so say hello wherever you're at. If you're over on Instagram, say hello. Say hello if you're over here on Facebook. I have finally figured out how to get both going at the same time, so I'm joining you live for this week's reading here on Instagram and Facebook. So hello to everyone. So thankful that you're here. Hola, Erica. Hello. And Jessica, everyone who's here, thank you so much. So beautiful to see you all. This is one hell of a week, guys, wouldn't you say? There's a full moon on Sunday in Capricorn, and full moons are all about release. And I feel like the emotional high, or the emotions are at a high right now. And it's all about gaining emotional clarity this week. Are these feelings that we have our own? Are we sucking them from other people? Are they coming from work? Where are they coming from? So we have to take a moment to tune into our emotions and really ask, like, what are these here for? Where did they come from? What do they represent? So I want to ask you guys, have any of you had a good old-fashioned cry session this week? Now, if that's you, hit some comments, buttons, let me know. Have you allowed yourself to release these emotions that are coming up? I know today during my yoga workout session, I just bawled like a baby in mid-posture because it was just, needed to get it out. And doing yoga or working out or things like that allow you to create the space for you to release the emotions. So full moons really amplify your emotions, your energy. They're like the moon is essentially a mirror. It's a reflection for you to look inward and see what's going on. So that's why a lot of energy can come out during the full moon, because there's a lot of sunlight being reflected off of the moon. I know, mind-blowing, right? Like the moon doesn't have the moon doesn't emit its own light. The sun bounces off of the moon, and it is reflective to us. We get to look and see inward with more clarity when there's that much more light shining. So Erica's had a cry session. Jessica's had a few this week. Jamie says lots of crying and lots of laughing. So I get it. I feel ya. I understand what's going on right now. So just allow yourself to cry. It feels really, really good. And if you're not in a crying mood, then laugh. You can yell, you can dance and like stomp your feet, you can clap your hands, you can orgasm. There are many different ways in which you can release. And with it being a full moon, I'm going to be sharing my full moon release ritual with you guys this week so that you can begin taking these action steps and creating a ritual around each full moon phase. So this happens every 28 days. We're back to a new cycle. So let this time be a time of washing away the past, washing away the pain, and really embracing a new future, one from a clean slate. Lots of emotions indeed. Thank you, Anne. How to perform a full moon release ritual is posted over on Facebook. I'll be sure to leave some links in Instagram as well. I'll be posting about the full moon release ritual as well. Anne, you're amazing. Thank you. You're amazing, Anne. Oh my gosh. Okay, so now that we've tuned into the energy, it's high, it's emotional, there's tears, there's fears, there's all kinds of bullshit going on, and that's okay. We have to honor that we feel a certain way, but we have to also remember that we are not our emotions. So the emotions and energy that are coming up isn't necessarily who you are. It could be who you're not, and that's why it's coming up to be released, because it served you in the past and today it no longer serves you. So it just feels weird, and we have to let these things go. Danielle says, so glad to see you live. On my way to the gym to punch and kick some of the negative juju out. Yes, so glad you're here, Danielle. So good to see you. I can't wait for our call next week. But yes, working out the energy, punching it, kicking it, laughing, crying, screaming, sexing, whatever you need to do, get it out, release the emotion. And you know, if you're about to cry, don't hold it in, just let it out. That's the first thing I tell any client sitting in my chair, whether it's my coaching chair or my salon chair. If I see some tears coming, I say, let it out, just let it out, because why would we hold on to more emotion? It's just causing us internal pain. So we need to begin to release these things. And with this full moon, you're invited to let go of the BS. So I hope that this full moon release ritual serves you. Be sure to check it out. The full moon is on Sunday. So I've got my cards. You guys know I love the Archangel Power deck that was given to me by a friend. It has very special meaning to me. And it's also a really nice, gentle introduction into tarot, let me say. I was recently asked, like, how do you do this? How do you read tarot for yourself? Like what? I get so many questions all the time. And this particular question, the answer that came out was that this is a spiritual tool. It's not something to be feared unless you're afraid to look inside, because what comes out of here is a reflection of your truth. It's a spiritual tool to help you communicate with your soul. And once you learn the language of your soul, or the symbols of your soul, then you can drop the tool. I like to use the tarot for fun as a tool to guide and share with you, but just so you know, it's not scary. It's not, just because it's outside of yourself doesn't mean that it has any weird energy connected to it. It's just a reflection. Just as the moon is a reflection of your inner workings, the tarot is a reflection of your emotional state, beliefs, and thoughts. So I hope this clears up any confusion around the tarot and why we would use the tool. It's not scary. It's not devil worshiping or anything like that. It's quite the contrary. It's teaching you to go inward and learn to listen to your own soul, because that's where the true wisdom and information is coming from. So I'm going to shuffle with the intention that everyone receives the message they need. Now I'm going to draw 3 cards that represent this week's energy, what we came from, where we're at, where we're going, what we need to pay attention to. And the way this works for you is that you pay attention to the thoughts, the feelings, the nudges, the ideas, the ahas and epiphanies that come up while I'm reading. So pay close attention to how you feel. And I just shuffle real lightly. I just wait for a card to pop up. 2 cards just popped up like that. I'm going to set them off to the side. Hello, Susan. Hello, Lorraine. Say hello if you're here live. I love connecting with you all. So beautiful. All right, let's shuffle for the second card for this week. Okay, and let me hear below, what are you here to release? What is this week's emotional agenda for you? What do you need to let go of? Okay, we got 2 cards on the first pull. We got 2 cards on the second pull. Like, so much information, energy to be released here. Hello, Stacy. Hello, Dana. So good to see you. Beautiful ladies here. Okay. Shuffling. Catherine says, feeling the full range. Kickboxing helps. Yes. You got to let out this crazy energy. Okay. We just got 1 card for the last one. I mean, how much are they going to communicate with us and talk to us? Hello, Vala. Hello, Elle. So good to see you all. Yay. Okay. Let's dive in because we've got like 5 cards that came up. Okay. The King of Michael shows up. Beautiful card, followed by the 9 of Raphael. Holy shit, this is going to be a good message about following your dreams. So hold on to your seats, lock down your energy, and let's get going. So the King of Michael is about being rational and principled. It's about being a leader and being kind of logical in the moves that you make, which is really interesting because all I talk about is following your heart, following your heart, following your heart. But you really have to learn to meld these 2 together. You got to get them on the same team. Otherwise, you're going to be schizophrenic and you're going to be fighting yourself one way and fighting yourself the other way. So this card is saying wisdom and objectivity are so important right now. Stay in your integrity. This is about standing up for what you believe in. And if your soul says, hey, it's time to go do this, but everyone outside of you is like, no, I don't think you should do that. Drop it. Like, stay in your truth, stay in your integrity, because only you're the one that knows that. It says a situation that calls for honest and open communication. So this is saying there's something you need to express. There's something you need to tell somebody, tell yourself, and really get it off of your chest. It's been brewing for a long time, and now is the time for compassion, for honesty, and for integrity. So whatever it is that you've been holding on to, like I said, let it out, let it go, but do it in a graceful way. Be principled and be gracious and thoughtful when you are expressing your feelings. This King of Michael is all about being well respected, and like I said, it's a leadership position. So I love that the King of Michael comes up because the card that it came with is the 9 of Raphael, which is all about making your dreams come true. It says, make a wish, dreams become reality, a joyful time in life. One of my favorite cards of the deck, because who doesn't like to make wishes knowing that all of their dreams will be fulfilled if you just keep believing, and you just keep taking action. This month is full of emotion, but it's also full of the same energy to get you going. So let's transmute and transform our emotional energy that's maybe sad, stuck, or whatever, and use it as fuel and fire to move forward into the direction of our dreams. So your energy right now, all these emotions that are coming up, you have two choices. One, you can wallow in them and let them just consume you and just drain you. A lot of the times it'll cause our solar plexus to tighten up, and we'll get digestive issues or ulcers or things like that in the stomach. We can't digest food, or it's going to show up as action and power and momentum. So what will you do with the energy that's coming up to be released? Remember, emotions are energy in motion. So all of that old stored shit and drama is going to be coming up. What will you do with it? Will you creatively release it for creation, or will you release it negatively and destroy for destruction? You can choose your power either way. It's up to you. Jessica says, yes and yes, that's where I am this week. Melding the two together, learning to really master that, hence my feelings and crying. Yes, so many people have been ruled by the mind, and we're now being asked to be led by the heart, and it causes that schizophrenic confusion, and we're like, I just don't get it. But what you're doing is releasing your mental control, what you think you have control over, to create that peace and freedom in your life. So just let go. Oh my God, it's so much better that way. So your wishes, make a wish. What's your wish? Leave it in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. What wish are you here to bring into the world, to manifest into the world? All right, let's see what came up on the second card, the world. Just like I was saying, what dream are you here to bring into the world? The world's an awesome card. It's the last card in the major arcana, so it's coming full circle. It's the end of a cycle. So literally a full moon is time to close it down so that when we move into the new moon, we're not dragging all of our old emotional baggage and beliefs. Let's drop them now. Let's release them, let them go so that we can move forward freely. This card says a very happy ending, coming full circle, and spiritual growth and insight. So this, like I said, is the final card in that major arcana of the tarot, the first 22 cards of the deck. And Archangel Michael here, which we saw, the King of Michael, he's like showing up today to say, like, let it go. You know, he carries the sword of light, and if you want help, angelic and divine help on releasing, you can call upon Archangel Michael and ask that he cut all cords of negativity or ties that are holding you back. And with that intention, you can feel that energetic and emotional release. My heart has been very active, Anne says. Lovely girl, I'm speechless. Are you sure this isn't a private reading? Well, you know, I do have you in mind, sister. Okay, oh my gosh, another Michael card came up together. So the Eight of Michael is about breaking free. Oh my God, look at her walking out of this like locked gate. So this is about releasing burdens and chains. It says, you are free. Time to make a courageous choice and change your situation, not seeing things clearly. So this is saying you're at the end of a cycle and your eyes are closed because they're not closed, rather they're looking in the rear view mirror and going like, damn, how far did I come? Like, that was a long way. I've learned a lot of stuff, but ooh, I'm tired. I'm ready for change. This energy is stagnant. I'm ready to get it going. And so this card is saying, like, you can be free if you just decide, if you just choose, if you make that clear, committed decision, like, I'm letting go so that I can embrace the new. What are you letting go of? Leave it in the comments. As you write it in the comments, know that that is an emotional and sacred symbol. Like, it's symbolic that you are choosing to let it go. So leave it in the comments. What are you releasing today? Let it go. You can be doing this work all week up until the full moon on Sunday. Notice your emotions. Don't react from your emotions, but just sit in them, see them, feel them, watch them. What are they doing? All right, so wow, let's just recap. We've got a lot of Michael happening here. So we've got, it's time to like step up and communicate what you really want, to actually claim and speak your dream, what you really want to manifest in this world. The next one, oh, that was the last one. Whoops. We've got the world, which is, like I said, coming full circle. It's a close. It's the end of the chapter. If it is to be, it's up to me. I mean, yes, like, you are responsible for your life. And then the Eight of Michael is breaking free and knowing that You have a choice to change your situation, and it's up to you. You have to take responsibility. It talks about not seeing things clearly, so maybe we just need to stop and take a break. And here's what I like to do. Here's what I help coach people through when I'm working one-on-one with them, is I get them to write down all of their ideas. Like, let's say you have 4 different things you're considering for your next adventure. Some people are like, I have no idea, but some people are overwhelmed with a million options, because honestly, endless possibilities are here for you now, for you to change your direction. And so when this comes up, when this idea comes up, I tell people to like write it down, like pretend as if you were to live the next 5 years of your life with that decision that you made, and then back up, and then, okay, option number 2, let me pretend what would the next 5 years of my life look like if I were to choose this. See how it feels, see where you'd be, see what you'd learn. Now, of course, you're not going to know it all, but you'll get a general idea. Then come back. Option number 3, well, I want to be a seamstress. Well, okay, what would that mean? I'll have to work this, I have to do that, I'd have to do this, and so departmentalize your ideas and pretend as if you lived them for the next 5 years, and see how that feels. If it feels awesome, then go for it. If it feels like, that was a pipe dream, it was a good idea, but it's just not something I'm ready to commit to today, then just cross it off your list. That will help you to get more clear on what you really want, is by pretending for the next 5 years you're doing that. What would it feel like? What would you be doing? Where would you be going? Danielle says, letting go of fear of uncertainty or the future, taking small steps each day and stay in the present rather than worry about the future, because Lord knows I can't control it. Well, there's your answer right there, sister. If you know that you can't control it, then why are you afraid of what's to come in the future, the uncertain, the unknown? Your entire life, this is for everyone, your entire life has been unknown. Moment to moment, you're discovering and learning new things. Yesterday, you didn't know you'd be sitting here on woo-woo, but you weren't afraid. You weren't like, oh gosh, I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. So why do we make it such a big deal in any other category in our life? So yes, the fear of unknown, I guess, is a real thing because we make it up, but it's always unknown. If we knew, we would be bored. Trust me. Even being psychic, I don't know all things, and I don't want to, because I want to be surprised. I want there to be magic. So let's dive in. The last card is the Lovers. We've got multiple major arcana cards. So the universe has our back right now. The universe is knowing that like things are changing, emotions are high, it's a little rough, totally okay. But this says make choices from the heart. Well, this is interesting, talking about blending the two, the mind being rational, using that wisdom and objectivity, but also listening to your heart. So this says make choices from the heart, deeply emotional commitments, and the power of love. Again, do what you love. Every time this Lovers card keeps coming up, it has nothing to do with your personal relationships right now, at least from what I'm reading out of it. It's all about following your heart and learning to listen to it. Now, your heart might guide you to your soulmate or to the perfect relationship or to the perfect job. So it's a matter of cultivating that love and that connection first before you try to bring other people in, because you're just going to cross the wires. Jessica says, letting go of the cyclical pattern of mind, starting new, abrupt endings, starting over again. Dealing with home space and foundational stability, I see the pattern clearly. It's what I help others through easily, just still learning how to help myself through it. It's a very important part, and it's something that you should highly consider as a teacher. If you're able to help and guide other people, why are you struggling so hard in your own life? I think that's something for you to really lock into and dive into. I know that's deep for our lives. Facebook cut out. It said, I was saying, how can we teach what we don't know? We have to learn the lesson before we can actually understand the wisdom, if you know what I'm saying. There's a difference between knowledge and wisdom. Knowledge is stuff you acquire in the mind, but you're not actually living and learning authentically. And wisdom is when you're taking that knowledge and putting it into action. So the Lovers card is saying, make deep emotional commitments. Go after what you want. Go after what you love. Listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. Let it lead the way. What a crazy ass message this week. So much information came through. We have 5 cards here, and it's about standing in your integrity and saying, it's time for change. I've got to let go of this. I have to release the past. This burden I choose to no longer carry. Let it go. Release. Relax. and welcome the new exciting changes that make your heart excited. I mean, don't you want to wake up every day full of just freaking excitement? Like, what? I'm here another day. I'm so excited to serve. What can I learn? How can I teach? How can I show up? What can I create? What good food can I eat? And what can I do that lights me up? And all of our answers are going to be different. So it's up to you to decide. I can't choose your life for you. Only you can. Only you have the power to do that. So make a wish. Your dreams become reality. This is the end of a cycle. Close the chapter. Let it go. Let it out. I just cannot be clear enough on that. It's time to release. There's something you're holding on to emotionally. There's a thought about yourself that no longer serves you. Drop it. Release it. Replace it with a more loving one. One that says, I will achieve my dreams. I do love and accept myself. I am healthy and happy. Then this one comes up. You can be free. Let go. Open the doors. Make a decision. Know that there's no wrong decision. But staying stuck in this energy, staying stagnant in a job or a relationship that you're over, that to me is suffering. And you can end that with just a decision. You just have to decide that you want something different and that you're willing to go after it. And then the Lovers. This is about letting your heart lead the way. This is about making those emotional commitments in your life and in your relationships that foster that joy and excitement in the heart. Just as I've said many times before, I truly believe that joy is the new currency. So if you're doing what you love, you'll be compensated in all different kinds of ways: money, experience, friendship, opportunity. So just go after what you love, because you got to wake up and do it every day. Energy can be moved. Yes, it can. Energy cannot be created or destroyed, but it can be transformed. So what will you do with all of this stagnant energy that's like coming up to be released? Don't push it back down. You hear me? All you sensitive, emotional, empathic people, don't push it back down. Let it come out. Get rid of it. And as you're releasing it, you can see it more clearly and go, oh my God, I was holding on to my mom's drama forever, and I didn't even know it wasn't mine, or my husband, or my friend, or my business, or whatever it is. Whew, I want everyone to take a big, deep inhale in, and as we exhale, we're going to release the energy that's been stuck, that's been trying to make its way out. Okay, everyone, breathing in. Hold it until you just can't hold it anymore. And then relax it out and shimmy out your shoulders, wiggle and roll around your neck. Let that energy go. Let's do it one more time before we get off of here. And then I invite you to check out my full moon release ritual so that you can take this practice in the comfort of your own home and really dive into those blocks or things that are really just holding you back that you're ready to let go of. I know that you can do this. This work is needed. You need it. And the world needs it. So if you take responsibility of healing yourself, then you show up into the world more full, more whole, and more happy. And as you do that, you inspire others to do that for themselves. So let's take another inhale in. And as you're inhaling, imagine that it's this white, beautiful, glowing golden light. Breathe in. Hold it. And I want you to hold it where you feel the most tension. And then exhale. We're going to do one more. This time I want you to breathe in that golden glowing light into the place in your body where you're feeling that tension. Where do you hold your stress? I want you to breathe in that white golden glowing light into that space. I want you to tense it up really tight. So let's say it's in your back, right? Breathe in the golden white glowing light. Tense it in your shoulders, your back, wherever you hold it. And then when you relax, completely just melt. Let your body melt. So let's do this together one more time. Woo! I hope you feel better. I hope that by just showing you breathing techniques, you can already see that you have the ability to relax your mind, your body, and your emotion at your command. So use this breath, use your tool of breathing to help you release the emotions, whether you're crying, screaming, laughing, orgasming, whatever it is you need to do to get it out, get it out. And you can use your breath to bring in the peaceful, loving vibes, the healing vibes, and you can breathe out and literally push out all of the negative energy. It's your intention that matters the most and actually showing up to do the work. So if you just set the intention, I'm here to release, I'm here to let go, then you've done the work and you'll see the benefits. So take time, go check out my full moon release ritual. And if you have any thoughts or questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I love hearing from you. I love hearing about your dreams and your goals and your desires. I love hearing about the things that you let go of, the things that have transformed in your life, or even just the simple shifts in mindset that you've had. Be sure to leave them in the comments below. And if you're ready for a one-on-one session, you can find me over at brittanycarmichael.com/tarot, where we'll dive deep together in a one-on-one personal psychic tarot reading. So this was a powerful one, lots of energy. I can feel everyone stirring like a tornado. So go easy on yourself. Don't judge your emotions. Let them have space to be released. It's okay if you feel certain way. It's okay if you feel something other than happy. That's totally fine. That's life. It's not always meant to just be like, ah! You'll like get tired, like you'll burn yourself out of too much high vibe and energy. So it's about balancing when the ebbs and flows, the waves, the peaks, the valleys, like just go with it. And if you're high, you're high. If you're low, you're low, but be all there. Let it happen. Let it out. And I'll see you guys on Friday for the Elevated Life series, where Chris and I will teach you simple mindset shifts to create these radical transformations in your life, because it's all about what you do in here. You have to make the decision and you have to set the intention from your heart, and magic begins to move. So I hope this served you. This is a beautiful week to let go of the past and embrace the dreams of the future, because they are yours to create. Thank you so much for joining me. And like I said, if you're ready for your one-on-one, you can find me at brittanycarmichael.com/tarot. And I'll see you on Friday for the Elevated Life series. Bye.